Podcast is changing the narrative one episode at a time.
Yo, what's good? This is your brother like no other, Halsey Allen, host on the Incredible Narrative Podcast. How are you doing, all my narrators? This is an ultra random live broadcast. So, just tapping in with you right quick to share some articles I came across. I'm going to do something a little bit out of the ordinary that I don't usually do, but I'll let you know in a second when I get to that portion of it. If you're new to my podcast, I'll briefly run it down what it is I do here. So the name of my podcast is called The Narrative Podcast. My tagline is changing the narrative one episode at a time by destroying negative black stereotypes. And how do I change the narrative by destroying negative black stereotypes? Basically, highlighting and playing up all our strengths and not playing into the propaganda and into negative black stereotypes that the media keeps on putting out there about black people and black culture. So basically what I do on my platform is I share positive stories about black people doing positive things. This is a random live feed. So on my live feeds, what I do is just basically share news articles that I come across, some positive stuff, and just share it with the listeners because it's an audio platform. So, you know, everything is audible. That's a word. What I normally do in my normal broadcast on the weekends, what I do is I promote a black-owned business. Then next, I spotlight a prominent black figure. It's usually an entertainer, somebody in the sports world, entertainment, recording artist, public figure, basically holding the culture down, representing for the culture. And when I say the culture, I mean black culture. Just doing positive things, being a leader, hold themselves in the highest regard, therefore representing us and holding us up in a high regard. Then after that, I do a health and a wellness tip because we need to stay healthy in these times of need, in these times that we're living in. Then also, after that, I do just, final speaking points and close out. I try to keep it under 1 hour. Sometimes it goes a little bit over. Sometimes it's like 1 hour on the dot. So that's my goal is to bring it to you like no longer than 45, 50 minutes. That's my goal that I'm ever working towards. I just started doing this in June. Taking off, I got my bumper. You see, I went and got a professional bumper. My ultimate goal is to transition into, video, maybe do a YouTube or something like that. Currently, I'm working on some Narrative Podcast merch. Got a contest going on right now, in which I'll reward anybody that enters it, both supply their favorite snack for answering this rhetorical question, or not rhetorical question, excuse me, just sharing Shopping While Black experience. And for answering that, I send you a bulk supply of your favorite snack. So to enter the contest, just hit me up at Passion Webmail at poeticpassion.host. And in the subject bar, put shopping while black. Then, of course, your mailing address and your shopping while black experience. Please try to keep it to like no more than 4 to 5 paragraphs long. I don't want a novel. I just want to know what happened, how you were treated, and for answering that, I will send you a reward. Your both supply of your favorite snack. That's kind of within my budget right now, so that's why just a snack. So you're getting something, I'm getting something, and the plan is to supply your snack from a black-owned vendor. So I go shop with a black-owned vendor to get you your favorite snack, and then mail it to you. No entry fee. It's all on me. So yeah, you would need your mailing address, and then specifics about what your favorite snack is, or whether it be chips, like what flavor, what brand, yada yada yada, and then boom bam, send it to you. Also, I extend the olive branch to black-owned business owners at that same email address. passionwebmail@poeticpassion.host. Tell me a little bit about yourself, product, and service, and I will gladly plug it on my podcast for free of no charge. You don't have to send me a sample of the product. Just reach one, teach one. And yeah, so all publicity is good publicity. So free, what do you got to lose? I'm not charging you nothing. Hey, so yeah. That's basically what I do in a nutshell. I try to keep my platform positive. If you've been listening to me for a while, I've already gone in depth about psychological programming and conditioning, and how the media does that. They do just these subtle little dog whistles in reference to us. They always say little things like urban and underserved community, and every time they show us we're in poverty, we're in strife, they basically hyper-criminalize our men and hyper-sexualize our women. It's just always something messy, and I want to be the platform to just, give you something positive and play up all our accomplishments and everything we're bringing to the table and everything we're doing right, instead of always just drama and fighting amongst ourselves and, the usual suspects. So, I just want to shine the light and focus that lens on positivity rather than negativity. Because at the end of the day, I cannot change, a racist person's view, a white supremacist view about us. They're going to think what they think and believe what they believe. But, I just want to showcase and highlight all of our accomplishments, all of our achievements, all of our attributes, all of us, all the things that make us us, and why we're winning and why it's so great to be black. But I digress. I'm gonna get into these articles, and I'm kind of switch it up, because one article you just got to hear it coming from the source. I will briefly graze over it. But before that, I just want to take a moment of silence, because we lost another one. On March 2nd, we lost John Brown, entertainer extraordinaire. His skill level is like almost vaudevillian. He played a lot of roles. He's been active in Hollywood, from age 16 to all the way up until he died, 84. So he stayed working. His most famous role we would probably all recognize him from is from the sitcom Good Times as Nathan Bookman. And he was a pivotal character on the show. You know, he was a janitor in the building that the fictional family, the Evans, lived in, along with their neighbor, the late Janet Dubois, as Walona. And, you know, it ran for a few seasons. It was good and bad. So, you know, the bad, of course, was they was living in the ghetto, had a whole lot of stereotypical stuff going on, but then also had some black positivity going on. The younger brother, Michael, he was very militant. They called him the midget militant on the show. So, you know, we was always seeing nuggets about black culture through him, through that character. And then the character Thelma, played by Bernadette Sanders, if I'm getting her name right, her last name right. Let me go make sure. Just punch that up right quick. So Bernadette Stanis, my bad. I was messing up her last name. I don't know why I mess names up. But the focus was on Johnny Brown. Yeah, her character she wanted to aspire to be like a nurse or something. And then on the final season, she got married. But again, the focus was on John Brown, all the good stuff he did in the entertainment world. He stayed working, as told by all his peers. You know, he had a very, I guess you would call him jovial. He was always smiling. Had a good personality, as said by all of his peers. I think the sentiment is genuine. Because you know, when people die, everybody's a saint when they die, but everybody generally has something good to say about him. You know, and remarkably talented. He had like over 1,000 people in his repertoire for imitating voices. Good dancer, very light on his feet. And so, you know, we're going to give him a moment of silence. Brother Johnny Brown.